There it goes. Up, 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 and boom! Sparks fly as the sky is lit up with red, white, and blue. You can't help but see a bald eagle flash in your mind as you wipe a tear from your eye. I love my country. I love going all out on 4th of July, dressing and acting absolutely as patriotically as I possibly can, and being the most obnoxiously American I can manage. Yet, as much as I love celebrating the 4th of July, I'm worried that we've begun to forget the values we celebrate as we blow up the sky. And I'm worried for the future of my country that has begun to forget. As it stands, we are the United States of America. Different states with different laws and cultures choosing to stand under one flag for life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and most importantly, unity. This fact is often lost within our political polarization. So, in this time of division, it's time we remember why we stand united and what those sky explosions really symbolize. Personally, I think we're very valid in our 4th of July celebration because America has one of the coolest origin stories of any country. A ragtag team of colonists who stood up to the most powerful nation of the time and won, taking away both British's tea and dignity with no mercy. I mean, the Declaration of Independence literally listed out 27 different things King George had done despite them and stated they were leaving because George wasn't fit to rule them. Ouch. Beautifully, that finger to the man mentality has carried on, with America being wonderfully inclined to speak our minds. Yet, that culture is not the only thing the Founding Fathers left behind. Tired of being bullied by the British, they set up a system where we could be represented and speak and worship how we pleased. Now, in America, we have the pleasure of worshiping in any way we see fit, trash-talking presidents without fear of being burnt at the stake, and voting in those who represent us, a foundation that every American holds true, and one that was only possible through the unity that we praise so highly. Let's face it, if the colonies hadn't come together and put aside their differences in order to face the British, we didn't stand a chance. Throughout the history of this country, we can see how the idea of unity reigns true, because nothing ever happened when we were divided. During the Civil Rights Movement, change was only possible through unity. Quote, "Love is the most durable power in the universe. It is the only force capable of transforming my enemy into my friend." Martin Luther King Jr. A radical man who preached love over hate in order to unite people for his cause, and one that worked splendidly, winning the rights for his movement and many more that followed. During 9/11 and the World Wars, we saw as people flocked to join the armed forces, forgetting anything that divided us and coming together to fight for loved ones, neighbors, and our country itself. Because, after all, in the end, it doesn't matter what you believe. We're all made of the same flesh and blood, and that shared humanity alone is something worth uniting over and protecting. And that is what we often lose sight of, both our shared humanity and our shared cause. Let's face it, currently our politics are dehumanizing. We are to a point where many register the opposition as complete idiots, writing off half of the population's thoughts. Hearing a calm conversation between two parties is rare, and it's much more often you'll hear either side screaming overgeneralizations and obscenities at each other without trying to understand. This way of thinking disregards what we are even fighting about. And through that dehumanization, we allow ourselves to ignore the other side, further lifting ourselves up and dividing us. Truthfully, we have more in common with our opposition than we hold separate. We all value the foundation of America's freedoms and representation. We all believe murder is bad. We all have somebody we love, and we all swear loudly when we stub our little pinky toes. When we only focus on what divides us, we allow ourselves to forget our shared humanity and our shared goal of making the next 250 years even better than the first. We, the people, united we stand, divided we fall. America could not have been built on division, and its future cannot be either. Only when we come together are we capable of change. Only when we come together are we capable of love. Only when we came together were we capable of revolution. So let us come together. Let us view each other as humans, not enemies. Let us listen to each other before we argue, and let us learn to love before we hate. Let us unite in the way our ancestors have, to become a whole nation again, not by barreling through the other side, but by welcoming them with love and viewing the other as human. After all, we aren't enemies, just two teams fighting for the same thing. And if we ever want the next 250 years to be just as great, we must remember the U in USA as we blow up the sky on our most patriotic night.